Every year, students at Eastern Connecticut State University volunteer through the Center for Community Engagement. From mentoring kids in the Windham School District to cleaning up local parks, these students know the importance volunteering has in making the community a better place. The Center for Community Engagement is a link from Eastern Connecticut State University to the surrounding community. The center coordinates several volunteer opportunities for students to take part in. We spoke with students taking part in a volunteer event to tell us why they volunteer for the CCE.
I volunteer for the CCE because I think it's important to especially just connect with the community around Windham. There's a lot of stigma around, and I feel like if you involve yourself with the community, you get to learn it better. And as I mentioned before, I am a junior, and I feel like I haven't had that much experience, being around the community, and this is my perfect chance to do it.
I volunteer for the CCE because I think it's fun to volunteer, help out with the community. It gets great experience for the future, and it also looks really good on a resume.
The CCE offers several ways to volunteer, from simple cleanup to mentoring programs. All of these opportunities are important to students at Eastern Connecticut State University. Rodríguez tells us more.
I would say we assume that the number one thing that students get through community engagement is professional experience. Students have the opportunity to, number one, either explore a career or reaffirm a career that they're in. If you're going to be an education student, you can actually start putting those into action, start practicing, start going. And you actually gain different skills when in those programs. You can get working with people. You can actually working with children. You can learn how to teach. You can how to mentor. You can work in diverse programs, technical programs, from creating curriculums, working with databases. So students actually have the opportunity to use their education and actually implement it so they get prepared and ready for the future when they graduate from Eastern.
The Center for Community Engagement is a vital part of the Windham community and Eastern Connecticut State University. Bettering both the community and the individual students, it is no wonder why so many not only volunteer, but want to volunteer. Students learn valuable skills and lessons from volunteering through the CCE. They learn leadership, teamwork, and dedication to their community by simply putting in a few hours a week in one of the many programs. But why else is it important to volunteer in the community?
Volunteering is definitely important because there are a lot of things that wouldn't get done if people didn't help. Like today, the people here it would take them so long to do this by themselves, so we know that we can help them get this done. And if we drive by, I can say, oh, I painted that deck, or I helped with that garden.
There are no special skills required to volunteer. The only thing a person needs is the motivation to make a difference in their community. No action is too small when volunteering. What is important is giving a small piece of yourself to the people and the community you're serving.
Every day is fantastic because the students here, every student that works through us, either as a volunteer position or as a CCE leader, they actually bring their unique characteristics, they bring their own talents and make this a family. The Center for Community Engagement is a family that we work together to improve our education, our experience, while benefiting also the local community.
Volunteering is a noble act, one that benefits the community and the individual student. All it takes is a couple hours of your time, and you influence change in your community. As an Eastern student, it's as easy as contacting the Center for Community Engagement to get started, and it's something you will not regret.